Welcome to video lecture series. Next we are going to see module 5 C wave energy. In this video we are going to discuss the devices for harnessing the wave energy. That means from the wave how we are harnessing the electricity, or which are the devices are used for generating the electricity with the help of wave energy. There are three basic technologies for converting the wave energy to the electricity. One is nothing but basic technology is nothing but terminated device, alternating device, and point absorber. One more is nothing but overtopping devices. So these are all the basic technologies for converting the wave energy into the electricity. Terminated devices. So terminated device is nothing but it is a wave energy device which is oriented perpendicular to the wave. It is perpendicular to the wave and it is a stationary and one moving part. One stationary part will be there, one moving part will be there in the terminating device. The moving part will move up and down like this as a piston. So the moving part will move up and down like a piston in response with the ocean waves, and pressurize the air, and that pressurized air or pressurize the oil which is in the what is that called in that part, moving part, that will make the turbine to rotate inside this which is fixed in the down. Okay, there is a turbine will be connected, and upper part we have a one long pole. In that moving point will be there and stationary point will be there. Okay, so the moving point will move like this will give the friction, so the pressure will be what happened in the sense pressurized air will be flowing through the chamber. This air makes the turbine to rotate in order to produce the electricity. That kind of device we call it as oscillator water column converter. So oscillator water column converter is an example, or it is the example of the terminated device, OWC. It normally generates 2 megawatts of power ratings and depends upon the wave parameters and device dimensions. Second device is nothing but attenuated device. So attenuated device in the sense the part will have the parallel to the direction of the waves. The waves are coming like this, in the sense it is parallel to the direction of the waves. It's like a bend, it's like a bed type. Okay, it's move like this. Okay, so the long multi segment floating structure, it's like one bed or one water bed will be there. So whenever the water waves come like this, in the sense the bed also moves. It's like a ship. If you see the ship, how lengthy one, same like the structure is nothing but attenuated devices. It's a long cylindrical floating device connected to each other with the hinges and anchored to the seabed in the sense in the earth. It will be completely stretched with the turbine as well as the generator. So whenever the movement causes some friction, due to that the turbine rotates, because the pressure or the oil or the liquid will be flowing through this shaft, which will cause to rotate the shaft and which is connected to the generator in order to produce the electricity. So this is nothing but attenuator device. So these waves are like a ship extracting energy for the users. The segments are connected through the hydraulic pumps or converters are used to generate the power as the wave move across through this thing. So Pelamis wave energy converter. Pelamis wave energy converter is an example for this attenuator device. Another one is a point absorber. Point absorber is also same similar way like a floating structure only. Okay, but there is no orientation. That means it is not in a perpendicular nature, or it is not in the parallel nature. So it is like a just along with the waves. Instead of absorbing the wave energy from any direction, it is moving like with the rise and fall of the water in a single point of energy conversion. So the pressurized water creates up and down bobbing of this motion, which drives the turbine generator in order to generate the electricity. This is also called as aqua buoy in the sense based upon the water movement. This also moves. This device also moves. Aqua buoy in the sense the buoyancy. So this also generates the electricity. Next one is a overtopping device. Overtopping device is nothing but it's a device like a reservoir. It's like a dam structure. So whenever the water is coming to this one particular point in the sense, then what will happen, it will reach to the one particular point. After that the air will be passing through the surface. No, the air will be passed through the shaft in order to produce the electricity. When passing through the shaft start to rotate and it will generate the electricity. So the air is passed through the basin and causing the slight buildup of the water pressure. So gravity causes released water from the reservoir to flow back to the ocean through the turbine coupled to the electrical generator, as like the tidal wave. When high tide comes, in the sense the water is moving. Instead of that, here the water is not moving, the air is moving to the other side of the basin. Okay, when the water level is reducing, that means wave is a low wave, in the sense that time the wave present in the other side, in the basin, that will be moving again back to the seaside. So during that both the time, the shaft will be rotated and the electricity will be produced. The shaft of the turbine will be rotated and the electricity will be produced. That is nothing but overtopping devices. So what are the devices we have in the sense? First one is a float or buoy devices. Float or buoy devices is nothing but, here I have shown this picture here. So according to the water, that floating device also moving up and down. Okay, if you see this, here we have a buoy and sea water, spar, plate and sieve and cable is connected to the turbine. So this is nothing but a fixed. Okay, this is fixed and this is a floating device. According to the wave motion, the device will be floated. Okay, the series of anchored buoys rise and fall with the wave that creates the mechanical energy to drive the electrical generator for the generation of electricity, which is transmitted to the ocean shore by underground cables. With the help of underground cables, it reaches to the plant. This is nothing but floating device, or otherwise it is called as a buoy devices. Second one is nothing but oscillating water column devices. Okay, here I said no, the previous one, what is that called, topping device. The same method here, the water will be coming to this point. Okay, then the water will be rising up to this maximum level. After that, what will happen in this is the air which is present in the water, no, that will drive this turbine. The water will be, this air, pressurized air will drive this turbine and it will reach to the other side. When the water level is decreases, that time again the same air from the other side will move to this side. During that time again the turbine will rotate, no. So that time what will happen in the sense, again the power generation will be occurring. This is nothing but oscillating water column devices. See here, the rising in water column, air out, and there is a turbine which is connected and there is a valve will be there, and sieved is nothing but the basement, and here is the wave crest. There is a pendulum, that is nothing but the device will be used. Whenever the water will come, in the sense the device will move like this. The device will move like this, then allowing the water to come inside. Okay, so that is structure of the oscillator water column devices. Okay, so it is the form of terminator in which the water enters through the subsurface, opening the chamber. There is a chamber is there, no, the chamber will be opened whenever the water falls onto this, the waves falls onto this and trapping the air above. So when it reaches here, so here it is reaching in the sense, then the air will be passed above this through the turbine. So the turbine starts to rotate. Okay, so the wave action causes the captured water column to move up and down like a piston and forcing the air through the opening connected to the turbine and generate the power. This is nothing but, we are saying that oscillating wave or water column devices. Okay, this is nothing but oscillator water column devices. And we have a turbine, like this is a turbine structure, so which will extract the energy from the reversing air. That means when the water level is decreasing low, in the sense that time again the air which is present in the chamber will come this side. Okay, during the time this what happened in this is the turbine will rotate. Okay, it is the property of rotating the same direction regardless of the direction to the airflow. That is nothing but the turbine, well's turbine. The well is nothing but there is a small pond. Okay, that is nothing but the well.